Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Crypto Storm. This is PureCane coming at you from the Civitas World Headquarters. I'm going to go ahead and fire up the YouTube and start doing some community updates and let you guys know what's been going on, what we have coming up in the future. I'm going to also touch on some news stories and relevant things in the cryptoverse. So first of all, let me kind of explain the channel Rebirth. Last year I was doing some videos on the hype and lending programs. Obviously we saw how that ended. This will not be the same here. I'm not going to be doing referral links or any kind of big promotions like that. It's just that kind of deal has run its course, so to speak. So that's that. And here we are. Thanks for being here today. We're going to go ahead and start. You guys can see my Civ wallet's fired up. I've been doing pretty good with staking here, guys. I know there's a lot of people that are saying the staking's been down, but I'm picking them up quite frequently here. And you can see I don't have a ton of coin in there, 600, a little over 600 right now. I think a lot of people have been going back and forth between staking and putting them in Civitas inside the Palatine X exchange. So with the indecision there comes opportunity. A lot of people are moving stuff around. They're not getting mature, and I seem to be getting all your stakes, so thanks a lot. Got the community here. Everyone's been kind of quiet. It is a Monday morning, so I get it. No worries, guys. And I may do a giveaway here in this video. We'll see what happens. Civitas Block Explorer. There's been a little bit of movement here today in the last 100 blocks. You can see down here there's 4 transactions that total a little more than 10,000. Got another 4 up here that total over 10,000. Got 4 more here that over 10,000. So things are moving around a little bit today. And this number here, 146, kind of jumps back and forth. It was 147, then it was 145. It's at 146 now. So I don't know exactly what's happening, if people are having internet issues out there or if there's some masternodes changing hands. But they don't appear to be hitting the open market, so that's a good sign. Another thing, people have kind of mentioned that they're getting impatient and wondering what's going on with the price of Civ, and it's been kind of suppressed lately. This is the masternodes.online site, and they rank masternodes, obviously. And I've got this set right now. If you look over here on the far right, you'll see masternode worth, and you can go ahead and click that button, and it'll start over from 0, and then it'll go to the highest number here, which everybody kind of knows Dash is the king of the masternode coins, and rightfully so. But Civitas is at number 17 here. We're still in some really good company, and for all the negativity that I hear, I still feel like we have a positive thing going. We're in some really good company here with these coins. One thing I do want to point out is Jin coin here. Jin coin is 10 times the value of Civ, with 10 times less investment. Something to look at. What exactly is Jin doing to get this volume and this price here? So that's something that I'm going to be investigating here behind the scenes, and hopefully I'll have an update for you on what we can do to accomplish exactly what they're doing, because that's pretty serious business, I think. And again, you can look through here and you'll see some of these are newer coins, Pivx, Ion, these guys have been around for a bit. But, at the end of the day, guys, the reason that Dash is the success that it is the time that it's been around. I mean, there really isn't a giant use case for Dash. It's a masternode coin, that's it. Doesn't have any utilities. There's no sites out there that accept it. Just happens to be the one that's withstood the test of time, right? So that's kind of an interesting thing I want you to think about as Civitas progresses here. Keep in mind we're only in our 5th month. We haven't even reached 6 months yet. So let's be patient. We're going to go ahead and jump over to the market cap. For all you guys that are new, guys that are just coming into the space, this is really where you go to kind of get your finger on the pulse of crypto as the overall feeling and sentiment of what's going on. This market cap at the top here will give you a good idea of the money coming and going from the system. At one point we were up over $430 billion, and now we're down to roughly half of that at 250. So actually a little less than half, I think. That's kind of where you can figure out if it's a positive time or a negative time. Now, as you see over here, all these numbers are green today, with the exception of Tether. The reason for that is because they were so far down last week, right? So it's easy to get a 3% gain when you lost 18%. So don't let this kind of fool you into thinking times are great if you're just checking in on a CoinMarketCap today for the first time. And then, of course, there's always speculation. Everybody wants to know what's Bitcoin going to do. Is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? Don't listen to very many people out there. You know, there's only a few guys that really know how to do TA and charting and really give you a clear, precise feel of what's going to happen in the future, even though it's all speculation. One guy that I like to look at on YouTube is Junior Lancaster. He does charting. Really, really good charting, I will add. You know, he uses Fibonacci lines, he uses stock RSI, he uses the Ikamuchu clouds. You know, guy is full of knowledge, and his charting is definitely top notch, so check that out. Something that I had talked about last week was EOS. Okay, you guys all saw the mainnet launch, and then they had a problem. They had to stop some of the wallets. I guess it was 7 or 11 wallets or something that had to be stopped and resynced or something. Anytime you have this much money involved in a project before it even goes live, I think it's a little bit of a problem. Now, China has just come out and ranked EOS as the #1 blockchain and put Bitcoin at number 17. Do you think maybe the Chinese government has an in with the EOS company? Because if you think about it, guys, EOS is still based on the Ethereum network, and without the Ethereum base layer, EOS does not exist. How are they the #1? How can they be credited with the most technology and applicability? They can't, right? Ethereum should be #1 in my opinion. So don't always believe news stories, because some of this stuff is biased to make money, right? That's what it's all about. Another thing I'm going to go ahead and give you guys today is a small breadcrumb. You guys all know that I'm notorious for just giving small clues instead of coming out with full details on things. And I apologize. I know it drives some of you crazy. I've heard it time and time again. But guys, there's a reason for that. Okay? This is what I'm going to show you. Civitas wallet. Beautiful thing, isn't it? Look at that wallet. Looks pretty close to ours, doesn't it? That's one of just 3 coins that we know of that have forked off of the Civitas code and have created their own product and their own deal. But at least these, you know, other 2 guys had changed their wallets a bit, you know, did some color changes, and this guy just straight up copy pasted our stuff. So that's why we're a little bit secretive. That's why we only give small little clues and little hints as to what we have coming down the pipe. That being said, I had an opportunity to talk with Goat yesterday. Everybody should know Goat. He is the Civitas coin developer, and you know, we can't say enough about Goat. Great guy, great work ethic. You know, brings a lot to the table for us as a community, and he is working on adding functionality to the masternodes. We're going to kind of leave it at that. Not going to give too much detail as usual, but once we get to the point where we can promise a safe implementation of it, we'll go ahead and make the announcement, let everyone know what's going to happen, set a timeline for that implementation so that everyone's abreast of the upgrades and updates and everything. And I'm hoping that that's going to be very, very soon. I'm not going to go too much into the Paladin X stuff. You guys know that I am customer support at this time for Paladin X. I don't really want to talk about stuff that goes on there very much. I feel like because I'm behind the scenes, that could be seen as a conflict. But I do like to point out that, you know, just as much as people are selling, because people are complaining about dumpers and you know, a progressive suppression of the coin, there's also people on the other side of the exchange buying, right? So I would really be worried or concerned if there was no buyers, if the price just kept going down and down and down and nobody was willing to buy, and then all these sell orders just started stacking up on top of themselves. But right now you can see, I mean, we've got a 1,588 buy order wall sitting right here. People are willing to buy them. So, you know, until that runs out, I'm okay. And I think I'm going to give a shout out here to two of our guys actually. This is a story that was written by Peasant for Hire, and some of the research that was done here was Doug Kemble, and these two guys have kind of gotten to the bottom of this Olymp coin deal. It looks like there's some shenanigans going on. It looks like there's some duping, if you will. I don't know what to call it. But these guys are obviously doing something a little bit shady here. Go ahead and read the story, see what they're talking about. And then I just want to briefly kind of talk about CryptoBridge. I've used CryptoBridge. I don't really like it. I like the idea of decentralized exchanges. I think that it's a great promise for the future. But what happens when there's an issue on a decentralized exchange? Is there a customer support? Is there a person in charge that you can hold accountable? Because from what I'm hearing, it's not so much. So keep an eye on that. You know, use your best judgment. Don't get in over your head if you're going to start using that particular site. I had wanted to do a couple of segments here. I was going to do some flashy titles and get some things going on, but those weren't ready for me today. Hopefully, as this thing progresses, I will get a little more technical. I'll get some sound bites and some you know, graphics and funny stuff to go in here. But today I just wanted to come on, jump in, let you guys know what's happening, and get a kind of overall feel. Do you guys like this content? Do you want me to continue and do some more? Or am I just wasting my time here? So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and jump off. You guys fill in the comments down below. Go ahead and get on the Discord app. Let me know what you think. And perhaps I'll do some more of these videos. Let's see if there's anyone awake here today. If I get a couple here, I'll go ahead and do a quick giveaway and show you how that's done. See, everyone's sleeping. We got no audience, I guess. Dead air time. And that's how you start a giveaway. Sorry guys for the dead air there, but just want to go ahead and get this out. Now, back in the days, we used to have about 110-ish people for these giveaways. You know, it is kind of early on a Monday, so I'm not going to press you guys too much, but as you can see here, we got 15 people online here that are participating. 16 now. We need to get those numbers back up. Where's our community at? I can see a lot of them are over here in some of these other rooms, right? That's what happened. That's fine. They'll come back. Everybody likes free stuff, right? Alright guys, I'm going to get off here. I'm not going to waste your time with this dead air. Get in the Discord. Come check us out. Get on Civitas. Later, y'all.